Hello everyone. Well, here we are at the end of 2024 and it feels like I say this every year, but once again, this past 12 months has been a significant and momentous time for CANSO and your members. It was a year in which we laid the groundwork for significant and important changes in our own organisation and in the world of airspace. This year has seen CANSO go from strength to strength and grow its membership base. We now have 200 members, which is great news and demonstrates the continued desire of our community to come together to build a brighter future for our skies. Early in the year, we announced our new membership category for those organisations and institutes in academia and research. Now, this is an important step for CANSO, and our 4 new members, as their expertise and research will help us in our work of being the voice of airspace. We also welcome new members from around the world, including the ANSPs from Peru and Greece. In all, we were joined by 4 new full members and 19 new associate members. Welcome all. Of course, for me, I think one of the highlights of the year was the 2nd edition of Airspace World in Geneva back in March. Significantly growing on the previous year's launch edition, Airspace World brought the CEOs, DGs, leaders and decision makers all together again for 3 days of networking, discussion and debate. Around 170 exhibitors joined us in Geneva, and I was especially impressed by the quality of the content we had in our 5 theatres. Some 328 speakers presented at 138 sessions, all of incredible value as we shape the future of airspace. And of course, in 2025, we will grow Airspace World even more with the biggest exhibition yet in Lisbon, Portugal in May. So talking of Airspace World, this year we also announced an exciting development of that brand, the launch of Airspace Hong Kong China, which will take place next December. Airspace Hong Kong China will bring together Asia Pacific's airspace community to shape how we use the best in technology and processes to deliver safe, seamless and harmonized future skies, including a meteorological theme, so watch this space. Now, staying in that region, it was especially exciting for me to visit China again for our CANSO Asia Pacific Conference 2024 held in Chengdu and hosted by ATMB. Now, I first visited the country late in 2023 and it was great to go back actually, and at the event we discussed the next steps with the ATM white paper, which was produced by Think Research in discussion with the region's ATM leaders during the previous 12 months. Turning to our Africa conference, which had the theme of focus on implementation, it was designed to focus on recent successes, create specific collaborative approaches to implementation, and, with the support of our leadership, secure commitment on delivery. Both regional conferences again fulfilled their role of providing airspace leaders in each region the chance to discuss the issues that face them regionally and globally. Staying with the topic of CANSO's regions, we have seen significant re-engagement with ANSPs and new members in the Middle East, which is great news, and I really look forward to working with them more next year. Whilst in Latin America and Caribbean, this year's hurricane season brought a number of challenges for ANSPs in the region who were supported by the CANSO Cadena platform to help mitigate the adverse weather's effect. And collaboration was on the agenda at the year's final event, the LAC conference, which was the first for 2 years, which took place just a couple of weeks ago in Trinidad and Tobago. Another highlight was our Global ATM Summit and AGM held in Baku, Azerbaijan in June. Hosted very generously by Azans, our summit looked in depth at technology and the impact of AI. At the AGM itself, an important resolution was passed on diversity, equality and inclusion. From that, Connor Mullen, a member of our executive committee and managing director of Think Research, has taken on the role of DEI champion for you, our members. Now, I'm sure Connor and the DEI work group he is currently forming will make great inroads for our industry in this field, and you can find out more about his plans in the most recent episode of the CANSO ATM podcast. Also this year, we held 2 successful Eurasia CEO summits. These brought together CEOs and experts from ANSPs across the Eurasia region with key participation from Central Asian countries. Both meetings provided a platform to address critical issues in ATM, including regional collaboration, innovation, and the transformation of air traffic patterns. Bringing together our industry is obviously a key part of the Complete Air Traffic System, or CATS as we know and love it, Global Council. 2024 has seen a lot of work by the CATS Global Council as it develops its detailed concept of operations, which will deliver its vision for the skies of 2045. The ConOps has been approved by the Global Council and will be launched imminently. So look out for news on that soon and expect lots of ongoing discussions in 2025. CANSO is also your voice in airspace, and so we are happy to make our industry's presence really felt at ICAO's 14th Air Navigation Conference in Montreal in the summer. CANSO staff were present throughout the two-week meeting, making sure that our industry's voice was heard loud and clear. We were also excited to have a booth at the conference where we showcased our Green ATM environmental accreditation program. And talking of Montreal, my last highlight of the year is linked directly to that city. At the member meetings held before AGM in Baku, we informed you of our plans to relocate CANSO from its current home in the Netherlands to Montreal, Canada, which has been followed up with briefings throughout the year across all our regions. I think you're all aware of the growing need for CANSO to play a leading role in the aviation industry, and this move is a strategic decision for our members and the industry to help make that happen. CANSO's ability to play its role as a global voice of ATM and airspace depends on a strong presence in the city. I'd like to thank you all for your support so far. So we end 2024 at a really exciting time, with 2025 set to be another crucial and highly impactful year. I very much look forward to working with you all throughout the next 12 months, and of course, to seeing you at Airspace World 2025 alongside our AGM in May. So all it remains for me to say is I wish you all a happy holiday season and a prosperous new year.